Lantern Cove is a sacred, holy place to the creatures known as the Deep Ones. Here they live. Here they gather. Here they make their secret plans and advance them with profane rituals. Here they open the way for their glorious grandfather and prepare the world for its terrible and imminent final act. Here they have bred with humans and created hybrid beings that can live among the peoples of this world without detection. Here they have worked in the darkness for centuries and cemented control over all aspects of the town and its people. A few of those people, 6 students from Lantern Cove High, have been chosen by the Fae to become changelings, empowered by their dreams to stop the machinations of the Deep Ones. But there is another being involved. A multi-dimensional being summoned by the Deep Ones half a century ago from another universe, who took the position of Lantern High School counselor and called herself Sophie Scott, and enacted a murderous plan to have people closely bonded to the 6 taken out by a serial killer in order to make them more vulnerable and align them more with a darker future. However, Sophie Scott has been altered. A magical spell has been cast upon her that changed her attitude towards this world. This has angered her greatly, but its effect was undeniable, keeping her from unleashing her rage and killing Gus, and potentially making her more amenable to switching sides, who knows. And then, Gus, trapped in a tiny, unending dream in his own mind, made what could be considered his final decision. Casting a spell that made Sophie Scott's physical manifestation Gus's body instead of her own. Now there is no Gus Gabara. Only a tiny Zelda, trapped in the brain that used to be Gus's, but now belongs to Sophie. Sophie tried instinctually to be Gus at first, but she failed, and as a result, she was discovered. Things are getting pretty exciting at the Gabara residence right now. But that's not where we're going now. We go instead to Atticus's house. Atticus, you arrive home on your bike and you get it secured. The night is chilly and quiet as you enter the house. Your mother is in the living room. Recently, she's gotten into quilting, and right now she's drawing out a pattern for a quilt that, given how little drive she has lately, will probably never get made. Indeed, she's doing less drawing and more staring dazedly at the paper. But she gives you a small smile as you enter the room, but does not speak. What do you do?
Hey, Mom. Do you have a second?
She puts down her pencil and seems confused for a moment, but then turns and focuses on you, and her eyes go clear. What's up, Atticus?
I don't know. I think I just wanted to say sorry. I think for a long time, first I blame myself for Dad leaving.
You can't do that.
I know, and then I think I blamed you for a long time, and that made it worse, because all we had was each other, and I just kept pushing you away. I just kept unfairly taking out what I didn't like about our life on the only person I still had. And I'm just really scared, Mom. And I just need someone to lie to me and tell me everything's gonna be alright. I just need my mommy.
Atticus, she looks at you. And for a second, that sort of mist over her eyes, that vaguely glazed look that so many of the people around you have come to display, is dispelled. And you can see it there in her eyes. She's proud of you, Atticus. Despite everything, despite all of your difficulties and the way that you lash out to compensate for them. Atticus, your mother is so proud of you. And she says, I love you, Atticus. Life can be hard, but I'm truly grateful for you every day, and it's going to be okay. And then the mist is back and the moment is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's gonna be okay, bro. Uh, yeah, get back to your project.
She looks as though she wants to hug you, but doesn't know how to make the bridge between the gap of her sitting and you standing there.
Is she still glazed, or is it like I feel like I could see the person behind that haze reaching
Yeah,
out?
you can still see the person behind the haze.
Um, I think I go over them and I give her a big hug.
Oh, yes. Now, this is good. Thank you. You are. I love you.
I love you too. Um, I actually think I forgot something at my friend's house. I'll be right back. All right.
Yeah. Everything okay?
I don't know. Probably not. But we just gotta do our best, I guess, right?
That's what we do.
And then I would like to go in the garage
Hmm.
and get 2 cans of spray paint. I would like to head to Thor's hammer, and on the panels, I'm assuming it's like one of those situations where there's either the windows are covered from the inside or they have the plywood on the outside or something like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, they have
Something
plywood.
where you could easily see a message on a series of windows.
Yes.
I would like to put, well, first I would like to roll to sneak a stealth.
It's a good idea.
Let's do that. Hell yeah. 2 pluses to a fair makes it a great.
Yeah, you don't seem to be noticed.
Atticus writes just like a memento level of shit on this on these windows. And it's just all the words that he already like it's all like the keywords of what they already know, right? So it's like deep ones, and then it's like the family names, right, of like the um Gilmans and the whatever the other names are. And he even puts like shouts out Roblog has the answers, right, because like that's a place where we dumped a bunch of information and the pictures,
Right.
and like the whole time I think he's thinking about his dad, and he's thinking about how much he like looked up to this guy and hates him for just leaving, and now there's like a small part of him that wonders if it really was his fault for him leaving, because maybe it was like some weird fucked up magic thing. And I think at this point there's just like anger and like tears in his eyes, and he's just kind of like it doesn't matter anymore. And I think he hates that he realizes like how good the principles are, and that even a piece of shit can employ good principles, and that he I think he's thinking a little bit about Gus and about everybody, and like some like they can't do it alone, and that any information to help stall or anything that they can do, he's got to try. So he's just putting it out to, at least his hope is to create, with this paired with finding Gilman's body, is enough to create enough eyes and attention to like slow down the deep one's machinations. And so yeah, he just like pours it all out there and does like a big eye on, and he also puts in like peppers in like propaganda stuff, right? Like the eye on the pyramid and like other like Illuminati shit with the Mason symbol and stuff like that to get people really like, oh, I fucking knew it, right? Um, so I guess I'll roll a crafts for that.
Yeah, crafts is cool.
Oh, I am going to we're gonna use which one are we gonna use? Either Captain Vandalism or Destructive Acts of Kindness.
I think either of those apply.
Yeah. All right. So I'm using my first fate point because that was 3 negatives,
Oh boy.
friends. And that is 1 positive. Yeah, 2 and 1 in a blank. To a good turns that into a great.
All right. You absolutely just through the medium of a spray can, you vent all of this onto this building. And when you're done, you hardly know you're done. You don't stop until the spray paint stops. And then you back up and you look at this grand monument that you've created. And it is, to you, awe-inspiring what you've done.
Yeah. Oh, I think I specifically named Sophie Scott too. Like in the center of the thing because I have no idea what just happened. So yeah, and I like under her name is like at the center or something, and then it's just like branches to the like great ones, and then there's like a fucking Illuminati thing, right? And then there's like a fish hook, a fish head, and the deep ones and whatever. And, gas leak with no fire. Yeah. It's just like that kind of stuff.
All right.
And a lot of like, wake up, open your eyes.
You're not sure how long you sit there staring at it, honestly, before you hear the fire engines that sort of snap you out of it. Where do you go after that?
I think he just goes home.
When you go home, you find that the noise of the fire engines is getting louder. You come home to your house ablaze, Atticus. The fire trucks are surrounding it. There are police officers standing there forming a barricade around it. Keep people away.
I run up to the line. What's going on? I live there.
You see the cops look at each other, and one woman comes up to you and says, "Hey, we just need to get
Where's
away."
my mom?
We haven't found anyone yet, but they are taking care of the fire, and we're gonna get everything figured out.
Atticus runs in. I would like to tap into Captain Anarchism and use his. Would this be physique or athletics?
This is athletics.
Athletics. Actually, I have great athletics, so I will just use mine.
Okay. Go ahead and make that roll, and I'll oppose it for the cops.
Come on, I need an actual good roll. Yeah, +2 to a good is a superb, right?
It is.
Sorry, it's been a while since we've been playing, fans.
Good, great, superb. You do manage to break free of them and run towards the house. The waves of heat are overwhelming as you approach. The firefighters are there. They've got hoses. They're spraying it, and they're trying to back you away, but they're not able to because of your athletics roll. So you run through the driveway. Something catches your eye, and it is your stepfather's truck. And its door is slightly open. And then you remember that that's where you hid the phone.
Is there a big window to the front, to the living room?
There is.
I dive straight through the window. Not even slowing down, runs, sees that, and if anything, tries to pick up more momentum as his guilt rises. His regard for his own safety diminishes.
Okay. And we're going to do one more athletics roll for that. And hopefully it's a good one because that's glass.
Yep. Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh hell yeah! That's 3. So
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Okay. Then, with a fantastic roll, you crash through without a single scratch into a roll over the couch and into a comfortable landing in the living room. You don't see anyone. There is smoke everywhere. You can't breathe, Atticus. There's no breathing in.
I think he takes his shirt off and fully like wraps it around his face, and tries to just hold his breath and crawl to wherever his mom's room is and try to find his mom, or wherever he thinks he might be if he can't see her in this room.
Yeah. As you crawl towards the hall, you see the flames. The hall is in flames. There is no way to get to your mother's room, your stepfather's room without going through the flames.
And I don't see her anywhere.
No.
I guess I just get out.
Yeah, you head out, and one of the firefighters grabs you. Kid, get out of here! You can't do this. We're taking care of this here. We're in charge. We're gonna take care of things. We gotta get you out to safety. Let's go. And he hoists you up onto his back and carries you out. Meanwhile, back at Gus's house, no one else knows about any of this happening. It's a different kind of emergency here, because you've just discovered that Gus has been taken over voluntarily, mind you, by Sophie Scott. And I believe Freya said that she was going to take an anger nap to try to visit Gus.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and tell you fall into sleep and do not manage to get to Gus. It will take a concerted effort between multiple people sleeping at the same time to get into that dream, because it is very difficult to get to. Sophie Scott, nay Gus, is standing in the basement looking awkward, which just makes them more Gus-like, really. What are y'all doing?
What? I don't... Olive just looks at everybody else like... What the fuck are we supposed to do with this? Should we restrain her? I mean... Him?
You think if Gus would consult with us for one goddamn choice?
I wish Atticus was here. Okay,
Yeah.
What would he do? Spray paint her?
I don't know, but it's... At least we'd all be here.
Sophie Gus seems to be just sort of pulling in on themselves and sits down. Isn't paying attention to any of you right now.
Olive is gonna look for, if they're sitting down, Olive is gonna look for something down here in this basement to, like, tie to try to restrain Sophie. To keep this creature needs... Olive is just like, I don't know what to do, so she's gonna look around and see if there's anything like rope, duct tape, anything.
I'm certain there's duct tape in this laboratory.
Okay. Yeah, if she can find it, she's going to just try to, like...
I think as Chris sees you do that, he's gonna look over and, like, see this catatonic Sophie and, like, put a hand on your shoulder, like, I don't think we need that yet.
Okay, but...
And I'm pretty confident in my ability to overpower Gus if we need it. Let's not immediately make this antagonistic.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna hold on to this fucking duct tape.
Yeah, that's a good call. Let's be ready. Sophie, do you want us to call you Sophie? What the fuck do we call you?
She seems almost catatonic. Like just withdrawn into themselves.
Chris is gonna sit down next to Sophie Gus. In part just to be there if like Sophie Gus decides to make a run for it, but also like to get a better read on just like body language and vibes and like see if it like getting that close shakes them out of their like catatonia.
Sophie Gus looks up at you, but does not speak. They are sort of acknowledging your presence without giving it importance, I think.
Is it really that bad or different to be in Gus's body instead of Sophie's? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, Clark, maybe message Atticus.
Hold it. I send Atticus a text message.
At this point, by the way, you're hearing the fire engines, the sirens. So you send a text. You do not get a reply right away.
Do we need to move them? I just told his sister, whatever, that I just told her that Gus needs help and to come home because we need to talk. I don't think that's a good idea anymore. I don't think it's safe for his family for us to be here anymore. Not that it was safe before, but it's even less so.
But if we leave, it'll also raise questions.
As the sirens get close and you start to see the flash of lights as the fire engines go by, this seems to catch Sophie Gus's attention, and they stand up and go to the window and sort of stare as the fire engine goes by.
Why so loud? Oh. I think Sophie Gus turns around and then looks at the group and tries to like put our head like as far away from us as possible. They're so big now. You're so big now. You're so big now. How? Fuck. Hello, can you hear me if I speak like this? Is this better?
What the fuck is going on?
Who are you talking to?
You. What is your name? Say it. Say it. Is it better if I talk like this? Am I too loud with the other one? If I do it like this, is it better?
Jesus Christ! Clark!
Do you invoke your god now? Is this a religious experience?
No, mostly just a confusing and upsetting one.
Yeah.
I am, yes, I would have to agree. This seems close to confusing and upsetting as well. For me.
What's your name?
Shh. That's what you do when you don't want to answer a question, correct?
Doesn't tend to work.
Freya comes back in from her nap, just fuming.
Sophie Gus is being weird.
Oh, who fucking expected that?
Yeah, I know, shocker.
Yeah.
She was a lot more coherent a moment ago. Now she's talking insane.
You try fitting your body in the size of an ant. Try that and then tell me who's the insane one. I am so angry at you all.
Angry.
You're feeling emotions.
Okay.
I did not expect this. Why am I like this? The
We
other
don't know.
child. This Gus, your fairies, what do you call them? Is this correct? It's so hard to think in here. Everything is so much bigger.
Yes, we call them fairies, and Gus did this without consulting us at all. So don't worry, it's surprising and upsetting to us too.
Yeah, I was gonna go kick his ass, but fucking universe won't fucking let me.
Well, how did you try to kick his ass?
I took a nap to try to get through the veil of whatever dream state shit is going on. I couldn't get through.
Try together.
Okay, now
Now I don't want to.
why are you helping?
Because I want you to kick his ass.
Okay. I might. Freya looks at the rest of the group and is like, is it weird if I like her, them? I'm gonna go with that.
Us.
Is it weird that I like them now?
Us
Us. That
is how we are referred.
us is first person. So I feel like them would be the correct for the third person.
Us is us. We are us. We are all here now.
Interesting.
We are not just Sophie Scott. We are all in here now. And it is so big and so loud. You consume everything, all of you.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of history of humanity, isn't it?
Not the time.
I do not know this history of your humanity as well as you know it.
Right, why would you learn the history of something you're trying to kill? Why learn anything about it, right?
Easier to kill it.
I was put here. They danced in front of me for a purpose. And I listened. We listened. Us listened.
History is typically written by the victors, so yeah.
Your history is broken then.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong about that.
If your history is how you hold on and survive, it is broken then. I am sorry for your broken things, but your broken things are hurting us and them. The ones who danced for me, the ones who called me here.
Who is that?
You know, Sophie told you.
The deep ones, right? The same ones that dance to get the fucking Kraken thing in here.
Yes, those are your words for them, the deep ones. What is your... Gus's brain is filled with these images that are not his, that are made of... What were those lights and sounds from outside? Why were they so big and loud?
Emergency services, I don't know, police or fire truck or something.
If there is an emergency, do you not need to go help?
No?
It's not an everybody thing, just those who are qualified.
What are we gonna do? Stare at criminals?
I don't know. You have trapped me in here. I assume you are this universe's some fucking protector.
No, we protect it from you, not fire.
Veiled as these growing youths. No wonder the fairies chose you all. If you were able to do this to us, imagine what you could do to... Fuck. Why does he call it the multiverse? You are growing, you are trapping.
Because he's a nerd.
And it's multiple universes, right? That's the whole thing. The whole shtick. That's how you explained it to us.
No, and yes. Yes and no. When you have these I feel it better now. Like we are all trying to speak at once in this shell. Like we are all here bouncing off of each other. Not smooth like Sophie. Not smooth like Sophie. And we can put them together and say and use like the bicycle.
Like the bicycle.
Each of us is one of your and I think we put our arms out and shake our arms and Sophie Gus, like a voice is each of these.
Wave?
Limb?
Limb, yes. In time, I think we can work together better to move this bicycle. But for now, I understand thoughts. We understand thoughts. We are thoughts.
Or
You are pushing out thoughts.
with our voices?
With your everything. I am interested in those lights and those sounds. We are almost singularly focused on them. We would like to go towards them.
Okay.
Why so focused on that? There are other loud lights and sounds.
There are millions of possibilities in which those lights and those sounds could be millions of things, but the direction they go, when we saw it from much smaller, was towards important things that you all care about in this town.
You mean the town? It's not a lot here, buddy.
I don't like that when you say those words.
Can I roll an empathy check to kind of see if I can parse together whatever they are trying to say or get anything from this weird jumble of voices?
Absolutely, you can.
All right. It is superb.
All right. The superb. Cameron, would you like to provide a 2 or 3 sentence sum up?
It's like when your clothes are too tight. Imagine a giant playing with ants, and then all of a sudden they are shoved inside the body of an ant and can see from the perspective of the ground. That is what we are feeling right now.
And when they say something important to you, do I get the feeling that that is just because they're fascinated by the strange sensation, or it's like premonition?
It's like so I think from like before when Sophie Scott was there, it was this bigger thing playing with a toy, right?
Mhm.
So playing with a toy from like a So they had an aerial kind of view of a landscape, and kind of trying to like think on both of those levels. Can see like there's a loud thing close here, big lights. Danger is kind of what follows you all. So like the first thing of danger in this perspective is kind of what we are latching onto.
Okay, but the statement of it's important, of an important thing to you, is it necessarily like, or is it like you're seeing that Google top view like with the pen of Atticus's house?
Kind of like it's like Atticus and like whatever, like if there's a like a loud like light thing headed towards like the center of like where you all hang out and like what you do, no matter if it's like Atticus's house or like going towards like the school or like so on and so forth. Like I think if the thing was headed in any direction where y'all have been, Sophie Gus would be very interested in it.
Okay. Olive, who has been very quiet and just trying to take this in, all of a sudden pipes up and says, I think we should go.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Chris, I think that you need to be very close to our new friend.
You got it, boss.
Hate that. Okay. All right.
Chris is 0 for 2 on pet names.
We would like to state you don't have to speak in any sort of way that would obscure your meaning. We very much heard Chris say that he could probably physically overtake us if we tried to escape. We will stay by you. We are not happy. We cannot harm you.
Hey, us. The reason I said it that way is because I didn't want to say something in a way that would tell you that we are trying to be aggressive, because we're not. I'm saying, Chris, stay close to us, because guess what? We don't know what's going to happen, but we're not going to be aggressive. So, and she just walks out.
Okay.
Chris pats Gus on the back and starts leading Sophie Gus towards Olive.
Sophie Gus has a very strange look when somebody touches us for the first time.
Hey guys, we should probably tell Grandma, right? That we're leaving with Gus, so that whenever Gus's sister gets here, to let her know what happened and that everything's okay.
Yeah, we can mention it on the way out.
Okay, air quotes. Okay. Just trying to cover all bases, you know?
Yeah. This is the most okay things have been. It's great.
Yeah, everything's alright. Okay. I'll get the van ready.
Is there something I can call you other than us?
No, we are you as well.
That's creepy. Anyway,
But we are okay if you would like to other yourself in this shell.
yeah, I think I would personally. I'm just a little bit uncomfortable with that sentiment, but we can work on that later.
Would you prefer if we said I?
You can use your royal we style speaking. I don't care, but just I just want something to call you that isn't inclusive of me personally.
That is interesting.
Wagus.
Wagus?
It's a dumb joke. We're not going to go with Wagus.
No, please no.
It stands for We Are.
We are Gus. We are not Gus, but we are also Gus.
Don't worry, that's just another dumb joke.
How about we call you Gus, Greater Us?
Oh my god.
That name fills me with anger.
That's reasonable, actually. Kind of fills me with anger too right now.
Fair.
Understandable. Understandable. Fills me with anger too.
All right, you get out to the van and head towards the sounds and lights. And as you get closer, the dread starts to creep in as you recognize where you're going.
Wait, is this the way to Atticus's place?
This is Attic.
This is where we
Yes.
meet up for like morning workouts.
I've dropped him off here before.
You get there, and the house is no longer ablaze. It's being put out by the trusty Lantern Cove Fire Department. There's smoke, a lot of emergency vehicles around in a cordon. You don't see Atticus immediately, but you recognize that this is his house.
Olive's gonna jump out of the van and start running and yelling Atticus's name.
I park and get out.
We're going back to Atticus's point of view for a minute. Atticus, you've been taken to an ambulance. They've put an oxygen mask over your face to give you lots of oxygen because you were having a cough. And the man taking care of you says, I'm really sorry. We need you to identify someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
They take the oxygen mask off your face and lead you over to a stretcher where a blackened body awaits you. And Atticus, it's your mother. It's your mother who you were talking to just a few hours ago. Less than that.
It's my mom.
All right. I'm sorry. And he gestures at them to take the body away and says, we found another body. Did your stepdad, did he smoke?
Yeah.
Because from what we found about the fire, it looks a lot like started by smoking in bed.
Yeah, I bet it did.
And they bring out the charred body of your stepfather.
Yeah. That's him.
They take him away, and they take you back to the back of the ambulance, and they say, all right, well, we're gonna make sure you get taken care of, okay? Child services is on their way.
I have family I can go with. I don't need medical. I'm also close enough to an adult. It's fine.
Yeah, we may be able to get you made into an emancipated minor, which would mean that you could avoid being shoved into the foster system this close to your 18th birthday.
Yeah. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
It's a good time to talk about it right now, though, huh?
Yeah, there's...
There's not really much to say. We could just sit here.
All right. And that is when you hear Olive's voice shouting your name.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows like where his backpack is or anything, huh? He probably, I would imagine it got like pulled off when he tried to jump in. Probably got like one of those little blankets they give you. It's like foil lined.
Yeah. A little Mylar.
No shirt. And he just kind of walks out to Olive.
She just frantically is like looking you over and just can't. She hugs you as hard as she can.
How close is anybody? Is there like other people around?
Clark got out of the car and is probably walking very close behind.
Oh, I'm asking
Is there a
Sarah.
crowd?
Yeah, is
sorry.
there like a crowd or no? Clark could be there too. Sorry, I assumed whoever came out. You guys are there.
We'll say that you have gotten away into a sort of a clearer area where there's not a lot of people other than you guys.
He immediately like breaks down, and just like won't stop saying I killed them. It's my fault.
Yeah, she just holds on hard.
Yeah, he like falls to the ground. It's like hard sobs. And then eventually, after like the first few times of I killed them, it turns to like I'm gonna kill them.
We've got to get out of here. Can you get up? Can you go?
Yeah, they're calling child services. You'll probably never see me again if I go with them. Get out of here.
Like fucking hell, let's go. And looking around because he has none of his he's in a
He has to grab his backpack. He will have the sense of mind to look for his backpack.
Give me a notice roll or investigate, whichever.
I think I have a pretty decent investigate. Yeah.
I can help with that as well because that's what all of us about to do is looking around like you don't have anything so yeah, I'll give you the help.
That is a good.
You look around, and if your backpack is here, it is in someone's hand somewhere. So to get it, you may have to start asking around.
He is going to, because if he rode his bike here, he would have put his phone in his backpack. He has shared his location and is going to use like the geolocation to try to find it. He asked Olive for her phone.
So you do manage to track it down. It's in a police car.
Oh man. He walks up and says, he tries to find the supervisor, whoever the whatever is sergeant on scene, or I don't know.
Yeah, so there's a mid-40s man with a mustache and a sergeant's uniform who seems to be in charge of directing people around.
And then he points to the car and says, I was the one who ran in there. I would like my backpack back, please.
He looks down at you and says, I'm sorry for what happened. And he goes and retrieves your bag and gives it to you without opening it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're going to be taken care of, all right? Just go and get back to the ambulance.
Yeah. I have like a extra jacket in here. And he like pulls out his little whatever. Because he's not wearing a shirt.
Right.
And then he like zips up. It's like, I don't know, some secondhand thrifted light jacket. And then he walks back towards the ambulance, tries to make sure the other guy's not looking, and then says to Olive, let's get the fuck out of here.
As she's leading him back to the van under her breath. She's like going to be very quietly. Gus isn't Gus. It's
so
Sophie.
Loud. Truly so loud. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I know. Just, it's gotten even more complicated, if that's possible. And yeah, leads him to the van.
Yeah, we'll go in the van.
All right. You get back in the van, you're together.
Atticus just puts his iPods and headphones in. Probably puts on like a beanie. Brings it real low. Kind of tries to take up as little space as possible in the car.
Where are you going?
Away.
Where do we want to go?
Just drive away from here for now.
Yeah,
All right.
just
Away. We'll figure it out.
Start driving.
Freya spent most of the time that was happening grilling the things inside the Sophie Gus about emotions, because she is like, I thought that y'all didn't have like emotions, and you said that you felt like angry, and also you've mentioned other emotions, and I'm just like going on about it.
Yes. When we're in here, we can feel differently.
How's that for you?
We're getting the hang of it. It's easier every moment.
Interesting.
Yes. We think pretty soon this and we point to our throats. This will stop being used on its own.
What do you mean?
What?
Well, when we come to agreement, it just comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like Gus.
Yes. Like Gus.
So he'll start thinking before he's speaking.
No, he starts speaking as soon as he thinks.
No, I mean, like, in time, he will stop talking as he's thinking and start thinking before he says something.
I mean, that seems like a pretty
A normal thing to do.
seems like a pretty big goal for someone in Gus's body. But I wish you all the luck, us.
Do you know how to lie?
No. And we were getting better at it, but now it is so much harder.
Interesting.
As in Sophie was or Gus was?
Gus knows how to do human things. We are not Gus. We are in this prison. Gus is somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe his fairy has protected him somehow. And I believe Freya was right to kick his ass.
I agree that I'm right to kick his ass, but I think we have more important things going on at the moment.
Okay, but this would make us very happy.
It would make me very happy too. Unfortunately, the world is coming to an end in a few days.
I don't know about that yet.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But probably. Yes.
Do you have more thoughts on that?
We have many thoughts on that. Thank you for asking.
And we'll say that's the point where you rejoin. And so you're heading out away from the house, away from that area of town, just away into the darkness of Lantern Cove. In a van, nobody's sure what to say.
After a few minutes, he puts pause on Cranberries record, because that was his mom's favorite, and says, we need someone's help. One of your parents, Olive, maybe Clark, I think, are the best candidates. They have sort of government jobs, but they'll just come take me if an adult isn't claiming me.
I'm pretty sure my mom will agree. We've got an extra room at the house. I think it's fine. I'll talk to her about it.
Yeah, coming from a cop.
Exactly. It'll be easier for her to navigate I don't know the rules about this stuff, but I'm sure going into an institution is not a good idea right now. It was my fault. They went to get the phone.
They? Who's they?
I don't know. I don't know if it was the founding families, the deep ones, the Gilmans specifically, some other fuckhead like Sophie running around. If there's other emissaries.
Hey, us.
Somebody could find the phone.
I don't like it when you just call me us.
I don't know what else to call. What would you like
You've
me
given us
to refer
literally
to
no
you
other thing to
as?
call you.
You said call us us. I will call you anything you like.
Why are you angry?
Because we asked you what to call you, and then you were like us, and now you're...
Because you're being difficult.
I am angry because none of this is fair, and I'm trying to be very calm. So, tell me how to refer to you, and I will do that.
I leave. We leave. I think we're gonna teleport out of the car because this is a lot.
All right, you pull your form from that dimension and push it in another direction into a different place. Where do you go?
Back to the house. Back to the house that was on fire.
Okay, Sophie Gus disappears.
Oh, good. That's another habit of Gus's that this creature has taken on. I love that for us.
Sophie Gus has fully disappeared. You do not know where.
What the fuck just happened?
Look, I know we're trying to work together and be more collaborative. That is kind of like a baby right now, but like a baby giraffe, where it can run and walk, but it's not very good at it. I think we focus on delaying the apocalypse, and maybe when that baby has some sense, and hopefully it doesn't have as much as Gus, we can convince it to change eons long behavior of these monsters, I guess, or figure out the resolution of that. But either way, also I might have done something, and that's why I didn't die in the fire. And then I explain the stuff at Thor's Hammer. The thought process was more eyes, more whatever scrutiny can at least slow down some of these meetings.
It's fair.
I figure that combined with them finding his body, but I mean, they're just gonna think there's another serial killer or something out now, right? Another crime spree? A house burning down? Or now they told me that they think it was smoking in the bed, but yeah, there's no...
We need to... Once the police clear out, we should go and investigate. Like, there's a chance they've left a trail, if it was the deep ones, back to one of the families or one of the hideouts.
Oh, we do still have some of that evidence of their other hideouts too, right? Like the cave, I think, and some of the other locations.
Correct.
So we didn't even get to share that because Gus went poof. I went to the house and we were dealing with Gus. He says, actually, and then he shows a bunch of pictures that he found at Gilman's place and is like, there's all these places that we know they've been comported and whatever. So I agree, we should still investigate. But that reminded me of the other very important work we did 6 hours ago.
Yeah. pretty sure, Olive, didn't you mention something about a lighthouse being like...
Yeah,
Yes, the Vinton Lighthouse was in the background of one of the photos.
yes. Which is why I will say this one time more. I want to fucking kill them. All of them. And I won't feel bad because they're fucked up fish people that killed my mom. This is justice. But I understand that I am also not thinking straight. Before we do any of that, though, I think we really need to go to Clark's mom. We should deal with that first to make sure we're legally safe. And then I think anything else is next steps.
While we're there, did we talk to your sister, Clark? Get a feel for...
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Check on her.
I think that whatever we do today, I think we should try to have a dream tonight and kick his fucking ass.
Yeah.
Apparently one punch wasn't fucking enough.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a little bit worried for my sister, because if, like everything that's been going on, she's connected with the six or whatever. The what if what Gus did triggers it more? What if she has more seizures? What if it's worse? That's what's been going on in my mind right now. I haven't been able to get it out of my head.
And I think it's a really good idea for us to go and check on her.
Okay.
All right, you make the turn to go back towards your own house. Your mother's car is not there, which is not surprising or unusual. And your sister is asleep, as far as you can tell, because it is late at night.
Okay. Yeah, this was expected. I'm gonna let her rest, guys. What do we want to do right now? Do we want to camp out here? I'm pretty sure my mom would be fine with it. Just have to let her know.
Has your mom... has she also been affected by feeling like being really listless?
I don't think so, because she hasn't been around me. I'm not here when she's here, and she's not here when I'm here. She's always working. She's the only forensic in town.
No, but that's huge.
Yeah, I didn't spend any time with my mom, and she was still...
Maybe it's getting affected then?
What if they're beacons? That's what they said. They're beacons. Right? Your sister and Gus's friend, Dustin?
Dustin.
So what if their light cuts through the haze? What if that's what if that's part of the deal? There's also this moment. I talked to my mom a little bit before last night. And there was like 1 second where it was like it was lifted. And it was like a heartfelt conversation. I don't know what it means. It's just another data point. But maybe there's something we can do.
I mean, that's a solid line and red thread. I mean, it's a pretty solid connection.
Yeah. But I think there's something to the other beacons, though. It's worth... Who are the other ones we know? Jess? And they don't get gray and sad either. That's the other part. So maybe we're thinking of it, whether you want to say light or fire, but it keeps the darkness away. Maybe that's part of why they want them and wanted to doppelgang them or whatever and all that.
It was Dustin and Molly and Jess.
Molly, same thing. Molly's been spending so much time with Freya, and she's fine, right?
Maybe it's because of all these light metaphors, but I think we need to check that lighthouse.
We do. We gotta go tell your mom though that, and
Yeah.
see if she'll take legal custody of me essentially. Because
I start getting on it. I pop my phone out and start.
yeah, let's just go to the station. They can't do anything to us all at the station.
Yeah.
And then your mom can walk across the hall and say, "Hey, Child Protective Division, I got this."
Yeah. Honestly, with the amount of the haze could actually work in our favor.
I for sure agree with your lighthouse theory, though. You're right. That was very big in the. I didn't even catch that.
It's not that big. I mean, beacons, lighthouse. But thanks. So, you guys want to head over to the station?
Yeah. Yeah, we need to make sure that Atticus is taken care of as best we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll be fine. I just can't.
Hey,
if I go in the
Atticus.
system, I may never come out.
Yeah, Atticus, let us take care of you. You've done enough. Like we're here to take care of you.
I do. Can I borrow a t-shirt?
Yeah. I run upstairs and grab an Iron Man t-shirt and bring it back down to him.
And he kind of looks at him and is like, "This is on purpose."
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was
this is bullying.
Team Iron Man.
New shirt secured. You head to the police department. Do you call your mom or message her beforehand, or just show up?
Like I said, I text her, letting her know that we're on the way, and that I need to talk to her. It's an emergency.
Yeah, when you get there, she is outside the station waiting for you. She comes to the driver's door as you exit and says, "What? Your friend is... I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I know we haven't spent a lot of time, and I would like more than willing to carry my weight and get a job or whatever. I really don't want to go into the system for like 6 months, and I can't handle that. Is there any way, like, it would?
Yes, of course, 100%.
This year's almost over. I'm sure I can figure something else out in a couple months. I just need a little bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah, so this woman has on her table in her office your dead parents, so she is feeling particularly soft towards you right now. So she says, of course, we will take care of it. You don't have to worry about a thing. We'll take care of it, and we'll get you set up so that you have control of your own agency. Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I will talk to... I'll take care of everything. You don't have to worry about anything.
As I'm watching her through the window, am I seeing any sign of haze? Or does she seem pretty clear and clear-headed and with it?
Go ahead and give me empathy.
That is a fantastic.
Oh, okay. With fantastic, your sharp eyes and sense of insight into people detects that this person is like a mountain of will and intellect normally, and they are in fact being dimmed, but they are just such a strong, powerful person that even dimmed, they're like this.
She's keeping that to herself until we're back on the road to wherever we're going.
Are you okay, Mom?
She takes a moment to breathe after you ask that, but then she straightens up and says, "Everything's going to be all right.
It will be.
Now you should get home. It's late."
Is it alright if my friends stay the night?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Alright. Well, thank you. And I hug my mom.
She hugs you back really tight, and then lets go and walks back in without looking back.
I get back into the car and with a pit in my stomach that feels all too familiar.
Before we go to the lighthouse, can we stop at Gus's house real quick?
Yeah, if that's cool with everybody.
Or what?
I left something in his basement that I need.
As we're driving, Olive just kind of looks at Clark and is, your mother is an amazing person, but she's being affected.
I know.
There goes our beacon idea, but
She wasn't one of the beacons.
I know, but there was
Yeah.
a thought of being around a beacon, maybe having something, but
My mom's only around the house like 2, 3, maybe 4 hours a day. I think it's like an area of effect. The longer that you're in it, the longer it'll last. The less time you spend, the less.
She's still even like sleeping. She's there, right? So like, even not
There
awake,
have been
it might be
times when
enough.
she's asleep at her office.
hey,
Yeah.
Clark, I think it's less about the area of effect and more about the fact that your mom is amazing.
Thank you.
So, oh God, we have to. Yeah, let's go to Gus's and maybe see if our friend went back there, but also we need to have a conversation with his brother and sister-in-law. If they're there.
So you head back to Gus's house. Speaking of Gus, let's skip back to Atticus's burned house, where Sophie Gus teleported to after things got a little bit too much for them.
Yeah. We're experiencing a lot of overstimulation, I think. Sophie Gus kind of walks through that dimensional space and comes out just looking at what they're doing to this house. They said it was somebody smoking in the bedroom. So I want to teleport to the bedroom. Just, it might take me a while kind of looking in to see what a bedroom like is and like how to perceive it from this state. But when I find it, I would love to, now that I'm closer to the ground here, we want to look and see. We have a job to do. We want to look and see why this happened. What started this?
You teleport into the bedroom, and you can give me an investigation roll.
Oh, that's amazing. That's 2 below average.
4. Okay. I mean, it could well be smoking in the bed. It probably is. Probably this person who sleeps here, lit a cigarette, and fell asleep. Cigarette falls, bed starts on fire, doesn't wake up fast enough to stop it. You know.
That's odd. But these beings are odd. They do things. They do a lot of things. What do they do after they die? What do they do then? Can I look at the dead body? Is it still here?
It's not.
Huh, where did it go? Where did dead bodies go? In the vehicle that was lights and sounds, the ambulance. Did I hear anybody talking about where they're going to take it before we left? Because I have parrots, and I can perfectly repeat anything I heard in the last hour or so, even if I don't know the language that it was spoken. So if it was like in the background noise of what I was hearing, maybe I could take some time and say it out loud in this space so we can figure out where to see a dead body.
You review all of what has been heard around you in the background for the last hour or two, and you do hear them talking about taking it to the forensics office.
Oh, that's where Clark's mom works.
Yes.
I would like to go there. And I don't need to teleport there. It's hard to do that.
It is.
I think we would like to walk. Just out of the house and to the office.
All right. Then that's going to take you a while, even in a small town. So we'll shift back. You're at Gus's house to retrieve your property.
Yeah, I think he takes the big mold that he put it's brass, right? Or what's the metal they're made out of? I think he used brass. And slams it down to break the cast.
What are you doing in there?
In his best Gus impression, I'm gonna do is that crafts because it's acting, or is it deceit?
That's rapport, baby.
Rapport, baby. I don't think I have any
You
rapport.
can totally use deceive.
Okay. +2 to an average is a good. Oh, don't worry about it.
Jeez.
I'm just making a bomb or something.
Well, make less noise with your bomb.
Okay. Just turn your TV up.
Try to watch my stories.
Are you watching House on the Hill? All right. Yeah. And then he just shaves off the little end so it fits back in his little motorcycle gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he walks out. Back up and waits with the gang.
Okay. You've retrieved your property.
Are Gus's brother and sister-in-law around or still gone?
As you're outside, Nikki arrives.
Hi. Oh, hi, Nikki.
Olive, hello.
Hi. Gus is okay. He's not here though. He kind of decided to go off on his own. I'm sorry, I don't know where he is, but I just want you to know that he was walking and talking the last time I saw him. He's just being a little weird. You know, Gus.
Yeah, I know, Gus. You seem upset. Is something the matter?
It's been a really bad night. I just didn't want you to worry. I mean, more than you already probably do. We're gonna try to fix it.
All right. Okay.
If Gus comes back here though, be careful. He's not being himself.
Be careful. All right, now I'm getting worried. What's going on?
Okay, you know how he told you that he has magic?
Yeah.
He freaky frighted himself with a weird alien.
What?
Yeah, you know, he told you about Sophie Scott and all of his conspiracy theories about our counselor?
Yeah. Yeah, he was really, really excited about that.
Well, yeah. He did something and now
He freaky frighted himself with her. Except
Yeah.
it's worse because he's not in her body, we don't think. We're pretty sure he's trapped in a weird pocket dimension. I'm sorry, my parents just died tonight, and I'm autistic.
That's a lot to lay on a person all at once.
that was the bad night I was alluding to. Sorry.
Holy shit. What can I do?
Just if Gus comes back, can you just text me or any of us, really?
Yeah, of course.
We don't know where they went. Yeah, just let us know if they come back here, or if he, whatever. I don't know. We don't know what to call this person either.
And if you see or hear anything strange outside, we're hoping that it was just some evidence that we were trying to keep a hold of that caused this, but if they're trying to target people near us, just be vigilant.
Maybe find another place to stay.
He looks distinctly frightened.
I think they're fine. They didn't go after us and people were by. It was, I think, more specific. I think, very fortunately, they still don't know exactly who is involved.
Yeah.
All right, I'm worried about all of you.
Yeah, so are
Me
we.
and you both, sister.
Olive just shrugs.
It'll be over in a week, one way or another.
Jesus Christ.
Bart just starts humming to himself. It's the end. That's what we're doing.
All right. She goes in. She keeps looking back as she goes in, just as though to reassure herself that you're still there.
Are we really gonna check out a lighthouse in the middle of the night?
I truly have nothing to lose.
It's going to be the brightest place around.
Is it an operational lighthouse, or is it one of those like old lighthouses that is really just there for tourists?
It is just there for tourists now.
Yeah.
Damn, never mind.
Well, no. Late night tours.
That's not a. Hey, as a local, that's not a thing.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are going to be able to go to bed with this amount of adrenaline pumping. So while it's pumping, we might as well go check out the lighthouse until we crash.
Fair enough, yeah.
I don't think we have much time to waste anyways.
You take the van, and together you drive out to the beaches where the Vinton Lighthouse is nearby on the beach. It's dark. The roads down here are closed at this time of night, so you have to sort of get around that. But you guys are old hands at that at this point. You drive up the long road of the beach towards the lighthouse. And as you crest a hill, you can see it, and there's a light on at the top of the lighthouse. And that's where we'll end this session.
Sarah killed my parents.
Yeah, Sarah killed your parents.
Yeah, Sarah killed your parents.
Sarah, you're a murderer, actually.
You did kill your parents.
That sucks.
And you gave him hope at the beginning of it, and then you killed his parents. Like, it wasn't even like.
Like,
Like,
beautiful.